I'm about to start my very first side hustle challenge and I'm so excited to share it with you all. For the next 30 days, I'll be selling print-on-demand items on Etsy to make some serious cash. I've just seen so many people on YouTube absolutely killing it and blowing up. You know what? I'm gonna give it a go. My name is Eunice and I am a doctor in New Zealand, not doctoring at the moment. And I'm out here jumping on a wagon to start an online side hustle business. You might be watching like, what the heck? Like, you're a doctor, you must be making back. Why the heck are you out here making an online side hustle? Basically, since this year I'm not working as a doctor for a year, I'm not getting any penny, which means as a doctor, you trade your hours for money. So I'm starting this challenge to see if I can make this sort of a semi-passive income. Really, I'm just kind of interested to see if it really works. Why did I choose print on demand out of all these different online side hustles? Okay guys, on paper, right, print on demand seems like a very, very efficient business model, kind of similar to dropshipping. At least that is what I heard from Wholesale Ted, Alex, and all these Etsy gurus out there. So everything that I learn and everything that I'm going to apply are all advice that I've learned from these really famous YouTubers. So, you know, if I flop, back to print on demand. So print on demand, they say you only need 3 things to start off with, and then you're basically sitting there rolling in cash, passive income. What are these 3 things? Number 1, you need a design on a product, and number 2, you need an online store, for example Etsy, and number 3, which is the most important part, is print on demand. What happens is that these guys will see all your orders on Etsy and they'll come in and take those orders, print the designs onto the products, and then they will handle the shipping as well. What a great business model, right? If anyone can do it, surely a doctor with no business background, with no graphic designing skills whatsoever can do this too, right? If you want to find out whether or not I make it or absolutely flop the challenge, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Okay guys, let's go! So step number 1, I actually need to first decide what I want to sell. And there's literally so many things sold on the Etsy platform that could have the potential to be seen by 40 million buyers on Etsy. I kind of did my own research, basically just followed Wholesale Ted's tutorial step by step. She is a great Etsy YouTuber, by the way, and she's from New Zealand. It's another fellow Kiwi. Anyway, like, according to her and lots of YouTubers, it's good to start off with narrowing down your niche, because if you're too generalized and you sell every single thing, then the competition will be like way too fierce for you. We won't stand a chance as beginners. Alex is another YouTuber. He has great videos. He also recommended that we choose something like occupation or a hobby to start off with, and that's what I did. So I picked a health professional / the medical student niche. I chose this because I wanted to choose something that I could relate to and something that I could find something funny to talk about and put it on top of the print, so that if my graphic design ends up looking super ugly, then hopefully the jokes on there are so good that the buyers like can't resist buying it. Strats. Okay, so I started to do my own market research on Etsy itself. I kid you not, market research basically is just a fancy term for copy and pasting whatever is already working. Literally what I did is type in t-shirt or gifts and then sort of see what pops up on the first page, and you want to ignore the Etsy ads, then get some inspiration from these listings. But make sure it's not a straight copy, like just use it for inspiration, grab some elements, bits and pieces from here and there, and incorporate that into your own design so you don't get banned before you even get to sell things. I'm gonna keep it pretty transparent, guys, because honestly, if I do this like other YouTubers, keeping my niche and my products a secret, it just makes it such a pain to film. Actuals, if I do see you guys copying my designs or I see similar things on Etsy, I kind of feel quite honored that you think that my stuff looks good. I'll be kind of stoked. I think this market research bit is such a mind game that you can get stuck in it forever. It took me about 2 to 3 hours to find the right niche. Luckily, I've got this 30-day challenge, which means that I have to hurry things along so that I can film things and get things posted on YouTube on time. Or else, like, without this challenge, I think I'd spend more than a week trying to decide what's the best product to sell, which is over-optimizing, but you kind of feel productive doing it. You know what I mean? Let's move on to step number 2. Now that I have the niche, the next bit is designing, which is kind of the most exciting step for me, but honestly also very daunting because I'm no graphic designer. I'm a doctor. But anyway, to get out of this analysis paralysis, you just gotta do, right? So I started to draw up a few rough drafts of how I wanted the t-shirt to look like. Obviously, I'm no artist, but yeah, that's sort of the rough idea of what I want. Now all these drafts needs to be digitalized. For this bit of the graphic designing, I'm gonna go ahead and play around with Canva, and some people also recommend Figma. I decided on Canva because thankfully my boyfriend already has a Canva Pro account, so I'm just gonna be using it for free. I'm just more familiar with Canva Pro because I use it to design my YouTube thumbnails as well. I've actually made 13 designs on Canva for print-on-demand things that I'm going to be selling. To be honest, I thought I would really enjoy this process, but it ended up being quite stressful because there's so much pressure perfecting designs, and you do tend to overthink, like, oh, I think this looks nice, but what if other people don't think it looks nice and it's not aesthetic enough, whatever. Fear of it not being good enough, basically. Getting 13 designs out probably took me something like 10 plus hours, including the research phase. Honestly, it was quite a time sinker, and I really hope that my designs do sell. I spent so much effort in it. Okay, let's move on to step number 3. Now that I've got all my designs ready, it's time to set up the platforms I need in order to actually sell the product. The first thing is choosing print on demand shop / website that you're after. I actually chose Printify, and the reason why is because it's free compared to its competitors Printiful, and it's got lots of good reviews. I went with that. Setting up Printify was pretty straightforward. You just set up a new account, and then I found the products I wanted to sell from the best sellers on the catalog. So this first one here is Bella and Canvas, which is a very popular, very well selling t-shirt, so it's a safe option. The perks of choosing from the best selling items is that you know that the quality is guaranteed. Then Printify also have all these options of choosing a place that does the printing for your items. There are quite a few options depending on your location, but I picked Monster Digital because my guru vouched for them without being sponsored, and I don't want to sweat the details of doing researching because yeah, it'll take me so long to actually start up my store. But yo, do what you want to do. Now I'm gonna upload my Canva designs, save on maximum quality onto these t-shirts, and then rinse and repeat. Okay, next I need an Etsy shop. So I went ahead onto Etsy.com to set up a new account, but guys, I had to abandon my account because I wanted to save 20 cents. There's this option to get 40 free listings as a beginner before you start a shop, and I didn't know that, so like yeah, I had to close my account and I just opened a new store. Basically, I just typed in 40 free listings under the search bar in Etsy. It comes up with all these options, and you just open one of them, and in the description there's this link that provides you 40 free listings. So I opened it there. I started a new store. So I've decided to name my store Gifts for Dogs without thinking much about it because I don't think the title of the store really affects SEO. But yeah, I'm going to go back probably and change the name up once I expand the store. Now that I have both important platforms, Printify and Etsy accounts already, I linked them together and I'm ready to rock and roll. So I think I've done most of the work on Printify actually, like uploading the designing onto the t-shirt, making sure that it looks the way that I imagine it to be, and then choosing the right colors that I want and doing the descriptions and whatnot actually on the Printify website. And then once I'm happy with all those things, I literally just click publish, and then it gets listed onto Etsy on my store, which is nice. I like how easy and smooth the process is so far. So guys, I literally only had 3 listings on my Etsy store because damn, like it actually takes up so much time and effort trying to get all the listings, descriptions, the titles, the tags, the color t-shirts, the prices, the sizing charts, the return policies, like all those things for one single listing. It takes up so much time. Yeah, I've only managed to get 3 listings out by the end of week 1. But it's all officially published, guys, my new Etsy store. That's it for week 1. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below, and make sure you do stay tuned because in week 2 I'm gonna actually be spending some real money into this business. So far I haven't spent a single cent. This is gonna feel more like a real investment into a business, so I'm so excited. In week 2 I also want to add in more listings out of the 13 designs that I've done. Like I think think I can do a bit more and hopefully speed up the process a bit more. I want to look into getting the SEO right for Etsy and making sure that people when people search for a certain keyword, I do show up. And I'm hoping to find better photos, like mock-up photos, which is something I'm going to spend money in, I'm thinking, and also into Etsy ads. But yeah guys, I'm literally filming this in real time, so I have no clue how this is going to turn out. If you're as curious as I am about how this biz on Etsy is actually going to turn out, whether or not it's going to work, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I can't wait to see you all next week. See you guys!